What's going on, Lead Gen Beast? Matty Ice here, Leads for Locals. Boy, oh boy, do I have a fun one for you today. We're going to be comparing FlowTrack versus GoHighLevel to see which one is better for your agency, your business. And I've been looking forward to this because I've seen some of the Facebook ads and comments that people are leaving on FlowTrack's Facebook ads and marketing and stuff. And some people are getting kind of upset and like, man, some of y'all need to relax. They think like they're ripping off GoHighLevel and stuff, and which they're not. FlowTrack's not doing anything wrong, guys. It's no different than all the email marketing software that's out there: GetResponse, Aweber, Mailchimp, ActiveCampaign. Some have different features, different interfaces that are you're more comfortable with. Like why was I comfortable using ActiveCampaign so much more than GetResponse, Aweber, Mailchimp, whatever? I don't know. I just like the interface better. And, there's different plans with everything. So, and at the end of the day, if you can do something better, different, more unique, at different pricing, I mean, that's the free market, guys. So getting upset about it, I didn't really understand that. But they're definitely not ripping off GoHighLevel. It is a very different platform. And that's what I want to share with you guys. We're going to go through the different pricing options, the different plans. And then I'm going to log into my FlowTrack account to show you like all the different features and things like that. And at the end of this video, you should be able to make the determination on whether or not you want to switch from GoHighLevel over to FlowTrack. Now, I'm not going to be going into GoHighLevel. I assume that you are already somewhat familiar with GoHighLevel, and that's why you're watching this video. If you're not, I'll have some links down in the description I've got tons of training and a full review on GoHighLevel. If you need that, check that out. But I want to bring some clarity as to whether or not, this is a good switch or not, because FlowTrack does have some options that make it much more cost effective than GoHighLevel in some cases, not all of them. And that's really what we're going to cover. At the end of the day, guys, what I want you to think about is whether or not it is worth the time, effort, and money to move over to FlowTrack. For some of you, it might absolutely be the case. But for me, I can just tell you right off the bat, it's absolutely not. And it just depends on how you want to run your agency. So make sure you stick to the end on this. I'm going to cover as much as I can about FlowTrack for you. If you find the video helpful, please smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Check out all the links in the description. Go through my affiliate links for these products. I really appreciate it. It does help support the channel. You guys are awesome. Let's rock and roll. The first thing I want to cover and talk about are the different price plans, all right, and the different options that you can get. And then I definitely want to show you the different features because there are pros and cons to both of these, FlowTrack and GoHighLevel. So I'm going to click Get Started now. There's two different packages. Each one has three different plans. So the first one, actually FlowTrack, is basically the equivalent of the 90. This is just what, based on my experience so far, it's the equivalent of the $97 a month plan at GoHighLevel. All right. So if you are just doing this for your own business, you're not an agency, you're not trying to, you're not going to have multiple sub accounts and all that stuff, selling snapshots and things like that, then that's basically what this is right here. Okay. Now, really the only difference between these three plans are the amount of websites and funnels you get and the CRM, contacts, team users, things like that. But you get access to all of the different features. So for me, this would definitely not work. I have dozens of funnels that I use, and moving over to FlowTrack to save $8 a month. If I was on the $97 a month plan at GoHighLevel, which I'm not, I'm on the $497 a month plan for the for SaaS mode for my SaaS agency. So, but if I was on the $97 a month plan, it would not be worth it to save $8 a month. There's that. That's really the only difference here. And when you see the different features inside of FlowTrack, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And at the end of the day, again, maybe it would be worth it for you if you're not going to have a ton of funnels, and maybe you're just getting started in your business and you're going to have two core funnels, or maybe a website and one funnel. $29 a month, that's really good. Even though for me, they're missing some of the features that I really like from GoHighLevel, it could absolutely be a great start for you guys. Like I said, there's pros and cons to both of these. Also, their SMS and phone calls, like the cost for these, pretty cheap. Depending on the length of the text message that you send, I mean, I've seen it with Twilio. It's like it could be 3, 4, 5 cents a text message, depending on the length of the message. That adds up pretty quick. So at 0.0075, now again, it's starting. So I'm not saying that you won't get those costs inside of FlowTrack as well, but that might be something worth exploring. All right, so just keep that in mind. Let's move on to the white label option here. Now, what's interesting and what I want you to notice here too is that there's no free trial for FlowTrack. There's only the free trial for the white label service. So to me, I mean, this means that it's really built for agency owners. So if we go to white label, learn about white label, and I encourage you guys to go in, do a 2-week free trial and try this out for yourself. So you get a 2-week free trial here. All right, 14-day trial right there. Now, they have different plans here as well. I do like the pricing of FlowTrack, especially these lifetime deals. These are pretty good. Considering like if I went with this one right here, $299 a month instead of $497 a month. Again, it's not worth the money and effort I'd have to put into bringing my entire agency over, let alone like the different features that I prefer inside of GoHighLevel. But if we're looking at it from a specifically just a financial standpoint, I mean, $497 a month. This would take 4 months to recoup my investment. And then I wouldn't have any monthly payments anymore. That's pretty good. I really do like that about FlowTrack. Now, with this one, you get unlimited sub accounts. I kind of like this triple white label offer right here. This could be really good if you're just getting started. It's only $99 a month. Again, you get access to all the features inside of FlowTrack itself. This is just the white labeled version of it, kind of like upgrading from $97 a month to $297 or $497 a month at GoHighLevel. And so you get access to all of the features and services and stuff like that. But now you get up to 3 sub accounts. So if you want to focus on just getting your first 3 clients, getting some revenue in, maybe you're charging them $297 a month for your SaaS product. Well, you're only paying $99 a month here, $99 per month for this one. Now you can upgrade later on to get unlimited sub accounts. So I do like that pricing, those different pricing plans for the SaaS portion of FlowTrack. So I do appreciate that. The other thing, which I saw a lot of this in the comments as well with FlowTrack's marketing, is the white label mobile app. I go back and forth on this. I don't think, like, I don't use the white labeled mobile app from in GoHighLevel. I just send my clients tell my clients to download Lead Connector, which is just the standard mobile app for GoHighLevel. And they just log in with their credentials for my SaaS product and they can get access to my SaaS product on their phone from the app. That's great. I don't see why having a white labeled mobile app is so important. I tell all of my clients that Elite Broker, that's my SaaS product, is built on top of GoHighLevel. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that I don't have a white labeled version of the app and they think I'm ripping them off. So for me, the cost of having a white labeled mobile app with GoHighLevel is kind of, it's just not important for me. Again, it depends on your agency. Maybe that is an important thing. And if it is, that might be something that could save you a pretty decent amount of money over the long run. Because I know that is a pretty decent expense inside of GoHighLevel. For me, it's a non-issue at all. Like I don't care at all about the mobile app, at least not right now. So the other thing too is you don't need to integrate Twilio and Mailgun. I'll show you that inside of their platform. I really do like that. Like dealing with Mailgun is such a pain. I've done multiple videos on my channel about how to properly connect Mailgun. It is a nightmare trying to figure it out. Once you get it, it's fine. But I do like that they make setting up your email and your Twilio really, really easy. Actually, it's not even, I don't even think it's Mailgun or Twilio. It's like their own email and text service. But anyways, those are the different plans for white label. The unlimited black label, this for me would be maybe the reason that I would switch at some point. I just don't get enough interest in people wanting to white label my white label version of GoHighLevel. Like I don't get a lot of people wanting to white label Elite Broker. Maybe people would if I was promoting that, but it's just not a business model that I'm interested in. So if your business eventually takes you to the point where you want to white label what you've built inside of GoHighLevel, as an example, obviously it would be in FlowTrack, then maybe that would be a pretty cool business model. For me, it's not something I'm interested in at this time. So again, I invite you to do the 14-day free trial to test this yourself. I'm just breaking down my experience with this so far and how I'm looking at this. And for me, it's more of a time aspect. It's not worth saving $100 or $200 a month to bring everything over and have not as many or not the specific features that I really use inside of GoHighLevel. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Now, with that said, let's dive into the platform itself. All right, guys. So for whatever reason, my camera keeps freezing everything. So I'm going to try to continue this video without the camera. Hopefully that helps. I want to go through some of the main features that I have found that are missing inside of FlowTrack. Now, again, I want to keep reiterating this, that this does not mean FlowTrack is bad or that it's not right for you. I'm simply pointing out the difference. Because maybe some of these things are really important to your business. So for me, as an example, social media, having the social media planner inside of GoHighLevel, I use that pretty frequently. I am going to be starting a blog. I always use the email builder, which FlowTrack does have kind of an email builder, and I'll show you how it works here in a second. I just find that GoHighLevels is a lot easier to use. GoHighLevel just released its own affiliate manager. It's very similar to how First Promoter works. So these are some of the things that you just want to consider. Also the dashboard. So if we go to GoHighLevel here and then click on dashboard, you see like all of your numbers and where, tasks and where the pipelines are, all that kind of stuff. We don't really have that inside of FlowTrack. So these are just things that I want you to be aware of that's inside of GoHighLevel and not inside of FlowTrack. So let's head over to FlowTrack and start to break some of these things down. So we are at, I guess, what would technically be the launch pad here. So I like this because it has a checklist of things to do to get your account up and running, like setting up your email and phone number, which again, I really like this about FlowTrack because they make it so much easier than having to deal with Mailgun and Twilio. They just, you click here, you go to the chat app and you type in the email address to like get forwarding to and stuff like that. And then you're good to go. Like you're ready to start sending and receiving emails. It's really easy. Connecting your custom domain. So this just make sure that your account gets set up correctly. The other thing I really like, and this might not seem like a big deal, is down here at the bottom left, you can toggle between light and dark. I absolutely love this. I wish and hope that GoHighLevel does something like this at some point. I know you can kind of customize it your own, like with like the custom CSS and stuff like that potentially, but having this little trigger right here, just I really appreciate that from FlowTrack. So let's get into some of the actual tabs here. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm not trying to do like a full in-depth tutorial on how to use FlowTrack, but I want to show you just like the main features that are in here. So again, that you can make the decision on whether or not this is a better fit for your business than GoHighLevel. I'm going to start with pipelines really quick because this we can knock out really quickly. And because it's very similar to any type of CRM or pipeline that you would have in another tool like this. So you can drag and drop just like you can in GoHighLevel. All right. You can add different stages or additional stages to your pipeline right here. They call them lanes. And you can toggle between different pipelines. You can add additional pipelines. So if you have multiple industries that you're going after. And then, of course, when you click on the contact here, the window pops up and you're able to, you can see tasks, opportunities, description, all that good stuff. I wouldn't say it has as much functionality as GoHighLevel because when you do that in GoHighLevel, you can book an appointment or edit an appointment. You can add notes, create new tasks, things like that. So it's a little bit different, but not bad. I mean, it has good functionality for a pipeline. It's really good for helping you to manage your leads, right? The chat is basically the conversations tab inside of GoHighLevel. It's very similar. So you'll be able to search conversations, manage all of your conversations here. They'll populate right here. You can text and email from this window as well, send messages, etc. Calendar, I don't think I have to go through that. Very simple calendar system. Contacts, pretty basic. You can create individual contacts. You can import a list. You can select all of the contacts, add tags. You can export them, add them to workflows. I don't see an option for smart lists, which is kind of a downer for me because I do use smart lists quite a bit, and they're usually, in GoHighLevel, they're at the top here. You do have filters, so because like when I select the contacts here, I don't see an option to add them to the list. So, but not the end of the world. It is what it is. Not a big deal. The funnel builder. Let's go through that really quick. Actually, you know what? I want to show you. Yeah, no, we'll do the funnel builder. We'll knock that out really quick. So connected domains, applications, all that stuff. Create a new project. So this is where all of your basically your websites, funnels will be. All right. So we create a new project, and you can select website and funnel. You can play around with all these other different ones if you want. I'm just going to choose website and funnel. They do have some pretty decent templates that you can get started with, which I always recommend using because it just saves you a lot of time from having to start from scratch. So I do like that. I don't know that they have as many templates as GoHighLevel does, but even GoHighLevel didn't have as many funnel templates as ClickFunnels does, and still doesn't. And it's still a really good tool. So you don't have to have all of that stuff in order for it to be a good tool. So we're going to add a new page here, and you can see, so they got the website templates here. You select it. They have template blocks as well, which I think are just different parts of websites. I'm not 100% sure how the template blocks work, but you can select the template that you want. I'm going to pause the video really quick so it doesn't freeze. All right. So template pops up. Scroll down. You can edit this very similar to any other funnel builder. Edit the text. When you select an element, then the options to edit, like size, fonts, you can link out to things, add animations, which I think is, I think being able to add animations to individual elements, I think that's pretty cool. I do like that. I don't believe GoHighLevel has that right now. But up here at the top left is where you add your blocks or elements. You can also add show layers, pages, apps, not really global styles, icons. You can play around with that, but these are the main things right here. So they do have a lot of different elements that you can play around with. Custom code, that's pretty important. Buttons, videos, images. Of course, you have your text options up here, adding a pop-up, social lists, all that good stuff. So they do have a lot of different things in their in their funnel builder. So I do like that. You can also add forms down here as well. So good stuff. All right, so that's the funnel builder. You guys can play around with that. I'm going to back out of here. I just don't want it to freeze. 1 second. All right, so tracking, you can play around with that. There's different ways to keep track of where leads are coming from. And then I do want to show you the phone part here really quick because FlowTrack does record your calls. So if we go to call log right here, you can see basically the history for the calls, which of course you do have to be making the calls and accepting calls from the number that you get with FlowTrack. So keep that in mind, obviously. But right here will be the recordings. All right, from, to, date, etc. Let's see. Next, I want to go through the white label part of it. Actually, let's knock out settings really quick. Man, it really doesn't like when I record videos on it because it's incredibly slow right now. All right, good times. So you got different integrations here. We can connect Stripe, PayPal, etc. Roles is obviously going to be adding team members. You can create new sub accounts right here. This is for access keys for API, audit log, just to see the activity within the sub account. And then white label here, let's go through that. All right, so this is where you can customize everything to your agency. So obviously up here at the top left, you want your logo. This is where you add your logos, your favicon. This is the link that will where your clients can log in. Of course, you can customize all this. I really do like that they have custom. You can create basically custom menu links. So you go to navigation. This is the equivalent of custom menu links inside of GoHighLevel, which you guys know if you've seen my videos on GoHighLevel, I'm a really big fan of because it allows you to customize the tabs inside of the software. So I'll just show you an example over here on the left. Everything below reporting is all of mine that I've added as custom menu links for my SaaS clients. So I have a training area. They can request certain features and get support. There's updates to the softwares, right? So this is, for me, a really good feature that they have. So I really do like that. Blueprints and packages. So the package is basically, that would be the equivalent of the SaaS configurator where you would set the price, you would attach the blueprint, and basically the blueprint would be the snapshot. Now, it doesn't seem that you get a share link for any blueprints, which means you can't sell snapshots. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. And maybe that's a feature they'll have in the future if they don't right now. But SaaS isn't the only thing I sell in my agency, so this wouldn't be a good fit for me because I sell courses that include snapshots for a particular industry. So I would need to be able to share these blueprints with them. But again, this is really designed for SaaS and then white labeling your SaaS product as well. So I can understand why they wouldn't have a share link for these. So, but either way, just want you guys to be aware of what we have here. So that, but that's basically what those are. They got system emails that are pre-made as well. This is where I believe you would just you would connect your custom domains here for everything. And then what I want to finish up with really quick are the automations. So I'll let you guys play around with a lot of this stuff when you get your free trial. I should mention too that FlowTrack does have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So I really do like that. So if you do try it and it's not for you, then, like after your free trial and you pay for it, then, you have that 30-day money-back guarantee. But you should know if this is a good fit for you or not within the 2-week free trial anyways. So when we go to automations, this is where you create all of your workflows. They have a couple of already pre-made ones down here at the bottom. I'm pretty sure, those aren't mine. But anyways, when we create flow, so again, there are some things that FlowTrack can do that GoHighLevel can't, and vice versa. Now, when you create the flow, I'm not really sure exactly what these are for. Maybe like they are pre-making some of them. I'm not really sure because the same triggers and actions are available with all of these, at least that I've seen thus far. So it doesn't change anything, but you can select. So what do you want to process in your workflow? Different flows to process different types of data. So I guess with forms, it might be a little bit different. But anyways, I typically don't select anything there because I'm just going to play around with the workflow triggers and the different actions. So anyways, you can move these different elements around to help you stay a bit more organized if you want. And then, so I do think that's kind of a cool feature. It's not really something I would use, but I can definitely see the value in that. And then you can also zoom in and zoom out of the workflow too. So as your workflows get bigger and bigger, you can zoom out right there. There we go. Now you can rename the workflow trigger right here, or I'm sorry, the workflow itself. And then, so it looks like it just automatically selects form submission for what we were looking for, but we can just exit that and we can add that trigger later on down the road. So it just, saves you a little bit of time, I guess. But they do have some cool workflow triggers. One of my favorites is definitely the recurring billing workflow trigger. I actually really like this. I don't think this is something in GoHighLevel, at least at the time of this recording. They might have this later on. But obviously, guys, with running a SaaS agency, sometimes credit cards get declined. They're insufficient funds. They forgot to pay their credit card down, whatever it might be. We want to automate the process of telling them, or like letting them know and giving them instructions to go and update the card in their settings tab, right? And I do have an automation for it in GoHighLevel where if I do get a failed payment, I will move their contact in the opportunities tab to a failed payment stage. I'll show you an example here really quick. So if I go, for privacy, I'll block it out, whatever. I'll block out the names when I edit this, not a big deal. But if I scroll over here to the right, I have a stage in my pipeline for failed payments, and I'll just bring them over to the stage. I'll drop them in, and it will automatically send an email and a text. But then I have to do if and else conditions and stuff like that to see if they've paid. And I don't think right now the workflows can detect if there is a failed payment in Stripe. I'll look into that, but regardless, I just like how easy FlowTrack makes that. Recurring billing failed, billing success. So they do have some really cool billing workflow triggers. So I really do like that. Here's the form one that was already there, and you can do the same thing with surveys as well, because I think just based off what I was doing earlier with FlowTrack, you can add surveys into the form. So it would be the same thing. So contact score, CRM, so user created, appointment schedule, tags being added, inputs. So this would be like if a custom field or something like that is updated, then you can do that. Opportunity, typically I'll use the opportunity status changed. Let's see, tasks, all right, VoIP, all that good stuff. So they do have some good workflow triggers. What lacks a little bit, I think, are the elements. I'd like to see a few more elements, like adding to Facebook custom audiences. They do have, let's see, under data services, Facebook custom conversion, where that would be the equivalent of the Facebook conversions API elements inside of GoHighLevel that sends data directly back to your Facebook pixel. This can be really, really good for long-term Facebook ad campaigns. The pixel fire as well. So if you have different pixels, Zapier webhook, custom API. So this is some pretty good stuff right here. Adding and removing tags, pretty basic. But I use that Facebook custom audience element inside of GoHighLevel very frequently. That's really good for retargeting, creating lookalike audiences. So I'd like to see that element added at some point. So under CRM, this is pretty simple stuff, creating a pipeline element, wait for task or opportunity, creating a membership offer, etc. You could score the contact. I do like that. I don't use it in my business or in my SaaS product, but I can see where some businesses would really benefit from scoring particular contacts based on the actions they've taken so far. I could see that being a really, really valuable workflow to, like if you have appointment setters or cold callers or something like that, maybe after their score gets to, 75, based on how many clicks they've done on your email campaigns and how many times they've opened emails and visited this page or that page, you can then make a call to them right at that point. And that could be a really good way to close additional leads. So anyways, I think that's really good. Conditions, that's really important. So based off of certain contact details, tags, things like that, workflows, opportunity stages, what do you want to happen? So I'm really glad to see that. You can add to different workflows. So there's some good stuff here. Where it lacks a little bit, so you can send emails and text messages. What's lacking here is I don't see an option for voice drops. I think voice drops are really important. They're a great way to get callbacks and a great way to follow up with leads as well. So I think that should definitely be in here. Also, the email builder and custom values. This kind of transitions into custom values. So when we send emails, you are able to, they do have a visual email builder, which I do like, but I really like GoHighLevel's email builder a lot better. It's just more organized in my opinion, where, so if we go to marketing here, emails, templates, and you can create campaigns for specific email templates as well. I just really like the organization, the layout of GoHighLevel's email builder. For me, that's and I write tons and tons of emails, so that is a really important factor for me. With that said, they do have a good visual email builder if you want to add your logo, add buttons. I always add a logo at the top and a button at the bottom to all of my emails. The button will link out to my next call to action. So they do have, of course, you can add text here, right? Drag and drop, very easy to edit. So I do like the functionality of it. I just wish there was maybe a tab or just a better way to organize the emails. That would be a preference for me. Now, the big thing though are the lack of custom values. Now, from what I've seen, so instead of calling it custom values, they have replacement variables here. So you can put certain things in these fields based on contact information, contact owner, system, etc. I have not seen a place where we can edit or even add additional replacement variables. And that's a problem for me because I use custom values in pretty much everything that I do, especially my SaaS product, because it allows me to customize my clients' accounts very, very quickly and customize it specifically to their business, adding their logo to every single funnel, text message, email, everything that I've built for them. And I haven't seen an option to do that. So that's kind of a deal breaker for me. If they added some type of feature to create custom values that could be inserted into pretty much everything inside of FlowTrack, that would be a big leap forward for me because I haven't seen it. Other than that, and custom values are a little bit more advanced. You certainly don't need that stuff to get started. Other than that, I think FlowTrack, I can definitely see the value in it, especially with the different plans and packages that can definitely add up to some pretty significant savings, especially in the beginning. So I think that's about it. The last thing I want to say about FlowTrack and really any type of tool like this is that these tools are constantly innovating, guys. They're constantly getting better, adding new features. So I want you to keep that in mind. Just because there might not be a feature in FlowTrack right now that GoHighLevel has, and vice versa, it doesn't mean that they won't in the very near future. GoHighLevel is constantly adding new stuff. I'm sure FlowTrack is doing the same thing. I think FlowTrack is really good. It's just not for me. That's it. It doesn't mean it's bad, and it doesn't mean that it wouldn't be a good fit for you. So I encourage you to start the 2-week free trial, play around with everything, contact support when you get stuck on anything, or if there's certain features that you're wondering about. And, again, you're protected too by that 30-day money back guarantee. So I think they do a really good job with that. I really do like the platform. It's just not for me. That's all. So I appreciate your time, guys. I would love to hear your feedback on this and what your experience with FlowTrack is versus GoHighLevel. I always appreciate feedback like that. So drop it in the comments. Hope you guys are crushing it, and I'll talk to you in the next one.